Welcome back to Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. The Yankees win 1-0 against the Rangers. Yankees finally get to 30 wins. They're 30-19. Rangers 25-26. What a great series for the Yankees. I mean, they have pitched well, starting pitching. Bullpen has been nails, and they're getting contributions from a variety of different guys this series. The Rangers are a top-notch AL team, which they could easily see in October, like 100%. I know the Rangers aren't playing particularly well right now. This is a stellar lineup that can absolutely rake with a couple of really great starting pitchers in Eovaldi, who pitched today, and DeGrom, who pitched yesterday. And the Yankees beat both of them with minimal run support, considering how prolific they've been slugging and scoring runs this year. So I want to talk about Rodon, first of all. He was absolutely incredible. He goes 6 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, 8 strikeouts today. Was absolutely nails. Just, again, command of the fastball, like fastball up and away, slider down and in. Really just attacking hitters and just being just really, really aggressive. Fastball away, changeup away, kept hitters off balance. He has stellar stuff and got good defensive behind him. So credit to him. That's his 5th straight decision and his 5th straight win, which is incredible. Schmidt's pitching better. Fried's amazing. And to see him use his breaking ball, his slider down and into Garcia, down and into to a variety of right-handed hitters was just incredible. And then command of that fastball. Everything is predicated upon that fastball. It was 95. He was locating it down and away to right-handers and then expanding a little bit farther away with this changeup away. So had the slider, had the changeup, and had command of his fastball, which was at 95 to 96 miles an hour all day with an 85-mile-an-hour changeup. Just absolutely incredible performance. He's been phenomenal the last month. And again, he's lowered his ERA to 1.47. He's 5-0 and is over his past 7 starts. So just incredible. There we go. Bullpen. This bullpen has been incredible the last couple of games. So today they win 1-0 on a home run from York Vivas, which basically just a Yankee Stadium home run, 360 feet, fastball in, and he just yanks it on the short porch. But the bullpen today, and you're starting to see some of these high ERAs start to come down a little bit. They were making fun of Devin Williams for his 12 ERA. Well, don't look now. He just cut that in half. So Rodon goes 6. Leiter Jr. Throws a scoreless inning in relief, 2 strikeouts. Devin Williams gets his 5th hold, a scoreless inning with 1 strikeout. His ERA is now 6.5. That used to be 12. That has been steadily coming down the last couple weeks. He is consecutively pitching meaningful innings in relief and having success. Really, really good signs. And then Weaver, again, got a 7th save of the year, 1 strikeout. I think this is it. I think Williams could close. I think Weaver is your closer. I really do. I think he has the mentality for it. He may not have the stuff for it. He may not have the stuff that Devin Williams has, but he has the mentality for it, and he has the demeanor. The moment never gets too big for him. He's calm under pressure. It's why I think Fried is the ace versus Rodon. I just think mentally there's a little bit more confidence and calm in pressure situations, and I think Weaver has it. People don't think he's a closer because he doesn't have an elite stuff. Certainly not the stuff that Devin Williams has. But he has the mentality and the mound presence to be the closer. And I think this is what Boone does. I think in a perfect world, if you were to set up the perfect game, your starter goes 6, which Rodon did, and then I think it's Leiter, Williams, Weaver. I mean, Cruz obviously, is I think he's going on the IL. So, but he's another option. But I think that is the recipe for success. And I think this bullpen is gaining more consistency every game and a couple guys that you were worried about are really pitching up to their potential. And I think, I think this is a mental game. And I think Williams, who was a setup man in Milwaukee for several years before Josh Hader, and I think he's comfortable in that situation, and I think he's done that. And I don't think he's necessarily going to have the ego to be like, I am the closer. I think Luke Weaver is your closer, regardless of his stuff. I think he has the mentality to do it, and I think Boone should stick with this recipe for success because it's obviously working. So they won 1-0 today. The Yankees got 5 hits. Rangers got 4. This team is finding new ways to win. Don't look now, but the last 2 wins that they've had over Jacob deGrom and Nathan Eovaldi, these are 2 premier pitchers in the American League, 2 of the best in the American League, and they beat them. And it was a close game, and the Yankees didn't score 10 runs like they usually do. They won it with clutch hitting, good pitching, and a solid bullpen. This is so encouraging because we know the Yankees can absolutely rake and run up the score on, some of the crappy teams or 500 or less teams. But against elite teams like this, don't let this Rangers record fool you. They're third in the AL West. They're 25-26. They will be a formidable opponent in the postseason. The Yankees will face them in the postseason. This team is too good to not be in the postseason. And since half the teams get it anyway, you can expect that they're going to be in there. And also, they have stud power starting pitchers, at least 2 in Eovaldi and deGrom, who have postseason experience. So you're going to have to win games like this, 1-0, 4-5, 4-3. This is exactly what you want to see from this team. Different ways to win. And with the bullpen being solidified and, Williams finding his groove a little bit, finding his release point, and you're getting some of your sluggers back. LeMahieu, obviously is a veteran presence. Grisham has been great. He got a hit today. Goldschmidt has been unbelievable this year. Bellinger has been great. There's so many guys on this team that can do a variety of different things that can help you win. This is just what you want to see. You don't want a one-trick pony. You want a team that can beat you in a variety of different ways. We knew they could run up the score on you and slug their way through victories, but now they're pitching, and now their bullpen is holding as well. And again, it's a pretty good lineup. I mean, Langford, Haggerty, Berger, like Simeon, Heim, Garcia. These guys can hit, and the Yankees held them to 4 hits and no runs. That's pretty impressive and a really good sign that this team is rolling and they're finding new ways to win, and their starting pitching is really, really coming in to play here. Last but not least, I just want to talk a couple things to round out the week. Latest transactions, injury updates. So like I said, Fernando Cruz, right shoulder inflammation, IL 15-day retroactive. So expected return probably sometime in June. MRI showed no significant concerns, so it just might be like a soft tissue injury. So that is very, very good news because they are going to need Fernando Cruz definitely in the bullpen to perform. J.D. Brubaker, fractured ribs, 60-day IL, possibly June return. Jake Cousins, right forearm strain, 60-day IL since March, should return sometime in June. So he's been shut down from throwing for 4 to 5 days. But with a forearm strain, again, that's sort of like a soft tissue injury, just a little bit of rehab and rest, and he should be good to go. Giancarlo Stanton, we've talked about him at length. Torn tendons in his elbows, waiting for him to come back, possibly late May, early June. I would expect him back in the next couple weeks. He's been already hitting live BP on the field. And obviously having that bat in the lineup with power, and then you have so many options at first base. You have Rice, you have Goldschmidt, you have a veteran presence, you have a young guy, not a rookie, but a guy in Rice who absolutely rakes. So it's an embarrassment of riches at the DH and first base position for the Yankees. And then Oswaldo Cabrera, he's pretty much left ankle fracture. He's done for the year. And Stroman, expected return is in May, left knee inflammation. I wouldn't hold your breath on that. I think that's going to be a little bit longer. But all in all, good news. Cruz is probably the number one thing I'd watch. I mean, you're going to get Stanton back, but the fact that the MRI showed no structural damage for Cruz is a really great sign. He should be back soon. This team's rolling. Let's enjoy it. Enjoy the weekend. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll be back next week to recap the Yankees over the weekend. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Thanks for tuning in to Yankees Latest, and have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.